If you want to hear about St. Louis, tune in to the Bucket List Show weekly. Hear what Marissa and Luke say. It drops every Wednesday. Got a dope new guest every single week. Buckle up for the ride. Who's it gonna be? Who's on the show today? They rep St. Louis. What to do in the loo on a late night, or maybe what to do on a date night. Yeah, Bucket List has you covered. They know what's going on. What's going on? They'll give you, hey, 18 different things to do, or 19 if you need one more to choose. Yeah, this city is a place we call home. A place we call home, yeah.
What's up, St. Louis? Thank you again for tuning in to another week of the STL Bucket List Show. I'm your host, Marissa Farrell.
And I am your other host, Luke Farrell. And we couldn't do this podcast without our friends over at the Regional Arts Commission of St. Louis. They're the largest public funder of arts and art organizations right here in the city of St. Louis. And of course, our friends over at Half Coast Studios and our newest sponsors over at Mattress Direct.
Lay it out.
Everybody sleeps somewhere. They got 14 locations all over St. Louis. Guys, you don't realize how important having a nice mattress is. And I'm telling you, these pillows that they're selling right now are insane.
We all need a good night's sleep.
But yeah, before we get into it, I'll let Marissa kind of introduce our guest. And then we got a special little game that we're going to play today on the show.
Okay, well, first, how you might know her as STL Foodies. What's your real name? Tell us.
My real name is Ashley Quisenbing.
Ashley Quisenbing, right?
Cute.
Okay.
Yeah, that was good.
Okay,
People know
not
me as
bad.
Ashley Q.
Ashley Q.
Yeah.
Okay, so a lot of people, you might follow STL Foodies on Instagram. And so we're actually going to start off different before we get into your background and where you're from, which we're going to throw people for a loop on that one. But we're going to play a little this or that game. Because again, this is STL Foodies in the building. So I got some this or that's for you. Okay, starting off, sweet or savory?
Oh, honestly, sweet. I have dessert with every meal, even breakfast.
Do you? Even if you're full,
Yeah.
you're like just a little
Seriously.
bit? Wow.
Every meal.
that's risky.
Breakfast.
Yeah.
That's a lot of that's risky.
Yeah.
No, I like that.
I like that too,
idea.
but my body doesn't
I
like
really
that.
do.
I
Yeah,
saw a
mine
movie
doesn't
one
either.
time that was like, I get dessert first because that's the thing I desire the most.
Oh,
and
I
if
love
something
that.
happened, like I didn't get the one thing I
Yeah.
really desired.
Okay.
I like it. Sweet. Okay. Beer or wine?
Definitely wine.
I knew it.
Yep.
Yeah, you're a wine girl. Yep. Okay. Pizza cut in squares, emo style, or triangles?
See, this is a tough one. Can they be tied? Can they tie?
Oh, yeah.
Can we do a tie?
Okay, we
I'm
can
gonna
do
a tie because the St. Louis side of me says square.
Yeah.
The other side of me likes triangles.
I'm a triangle girl for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Smoothie or acai bowl?
Definitely a smoothie.
Okay.
I actually make a smoothie every day. So
Yeah, we're big smoothie people, clearly.
Yeah. Flavors.
All right. Drums or flats, which I said there's only one right answer to this, but
I like to go against the grain. I'm going to go with drums.
drums.
Yep.
Why?
I don't
What's
even
the
like
reason?
the flats. They're easier to eat and you
Okay.
get more meat off
I
of
think
them.
you do get more meat off
Yeah,
of them too.
definitely.
I'm a drum guy too.
sure.
But
Are you
since
really?
you kind of converted me to flats because if you order wings and you get like all flats, they won't let you get, you have to get like all flats if you want flats.
I've never done that. People do that?
She does
Oh,
that.
I do all
You
flats.
order all flats.
And
Yes.
it costs $3 extra.
Oh, only
It's
like,
terrible.
like
Now, wings are too
Wingstop will
expensive
do
for that shit.
No, not all places, but like
Wings are
Wingstop
too
will.
expensive for that shit, babe.
No, but like I feel like flats hold more sauce.
Okay,
It's
Yeah.
something
I don't know,
about
is that
like
real?
the like dip in the middle where like the bone splits, and
But
I
you
feel
can
like
dip your
yes, you
drummy
can.
and ranch a lot easier.
Yeah.
Get more
If
of
you didn't
everything.
know.
Yeah.
Some tips. Okay, rooftop or patio?
Patio. Big time patio. I don't know what it is. I have a dog, maybe. It's easier.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dog friendly. Got to have that. Okay, custard or ice cream?
Custard. Definitely.
Yep. Breakfast or brunch?
Oh, no.
I know that's a tough one.
Honestly, breakfast. And
Yeah.
that's like, I know people hate on breakfast because you can make it at home, but I just love a good breakfast.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because she gets dessert with her
I
breakfast.
do,
That's
actually.
why.
I usually share, though, like a pancake for the table. That's
Okay.
like my go-to move
Oh,
for
yeah.
breakfast.
Oh,
A big old
nice.
Yeah.
pancake.
I love pancakes. I
too.
love the ones that are just like take up the entire
What's
plate.
your favorite pancake in St. Louis?
Oh, no. You can't put me on the
Oh,
spot like
I
that.
don't even know if
It's
I
all
know.
good.
Tower Grove. What is the name? What is that?
Grand Pied?
Yes.
Yeah, they have really
It's
good
the
ones.
best
Is that where it was
pancake.
at?
Pied or something.
Yeah, I think it's Grand Pied.
And it's
but-
like French, and they have that really thick one. Like it's like super fluffy.
and
Oh,
it's
yeah.
super
That was
crispy.
fire.
It's got a lot of butter. They shared the recipe with me. It's from like a
They
French
shared the rest.
cookbook.
Oh, I was like,
Oh,
they
that's
So
shared
I'm
the
not gonna
recipe.
make it myself, but I
Right.
will go back and get their pancakes.
Breakfast at
They're definitely
Ashley's
my
house.
favorites. Seriously, I like hosting. So
Yeah.
Okay, all right,
Yeah.
we're there. Happy hour or late night drinks?
Happy hour. I like to be home early. That's something interesting about me. I'm not a night owl.
We're getting older too.
Yeah.
We're like,
It's nice to be home.
Happy hour is great,
9
especially with her
o'clock.
being a teacher. It's like she gets off at 3 and we're like, boom, I'm
Yes.
taking off work early. Boom, 3 to
Yep.
5, we're home at 5, and then we're good.
I
There's
agree.
nothing better than that.
No,
There really
for sure.
isn't. Okay, sushi or ramen?
Oh no, these are tough. Sushi right now.
Okay.
Maybe because of the weather.
Yeah.
I think right now sushi.
Yeah.
Okay, I feel that. All right, last one for your side: salad or fries?
Oh, definitely fries.
Yeah.
I was gonna say if she was a salad girl, we would have to end the show right now.
Salad.
I mean, I'm sure you love salads, but like
Yeah.
if you get the option to get
Yes.
fries or salad,
Oh.
you get fries.
Well, one of my favorite meals is like a giant Caesar salad, a side of fries, and a glass of wine.
Yeah.
That's like a
Really?
really
All
good.
the
is a
little
great meal.
fixins.
Yep.
All your favorites.
if there's like the garlic aioli with the fries,
Yep.
with the wine, and then like a nice, really nice Caesar salad.
It's like a good balance, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Fries are an essential part of my diet.
Yep.
I don't know why I
also
wrote
share
all
that
these
with
down.
the table.
Yeah.
Like
Did you?
I'm probably gonna post this. We actually have to like make a post out of
Yeah,
this.
that'd be
That'll
funny.
We'll post that.
I love it. Okay.
So Ashley has one of the best social medias in St. Louis. I mean, really, the STL Foodies page. What you do that's really cool with what you do, in our opinion, and what we like about your page compared to others is that you give your unique view of it, and it's not just places that invite you out to. So like, there's this whole thing where these places will invite all these people out, and they'll post about the same exact place, which is awesome for that specific place. But then for like a follower, I everything that we post, I think of like who actually follows and who's valuable. I'm like, if they're seeing it 26 times, they're like, okay, well, why would I want to?
Yeah.
Yeah, like we already saw it.
We've
So like
seen it. Been
you,
there.
but then you also like highlight the places that you go to, and it's like it's like your actual vision of St. Louis. So first of all, that's awesome.
Thank you.
And-
That actually means a lot to me.
Yeah.
That you even notice it. That's a big deal.
Oh,
too.
I've
Yeah.
been watching your stuff like for a long time, and then like the list that you come up with, like those are hard to do, and
Yeah,
they
I
take a
screwed this
lot
last
of
one up.
freaking work. But we do it all the time, and you're like, I'm not even gonna change it. You're like,
Yeah.
it doesn't even matter. It's already everybody's already seen it once.
Yep.
Yep.
But we do those lists too, and it's like they take so much work, and then you always forget something, or somebody always has an
Research,
issue
someone's
with it.
upset or something.
Yes.
But, like, for
it's
us-
your view. It's authentic. It's your taste. It's what you truly enjoy. That's like, hey, for the people, come see this place.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
And nobody told you to do it. Like you're just
No.
doing it. Like you're not getting paid to do that. So like you're at
Just
work
fun.
probably with one computer screen
Yes.
up, and then you have your other computer screen up, and like
Yes.
you're just doing it. And that's like how we've always been. And then now it's just like it becomes like it takes over your life a little bit. So we'll talk about that. But
First, your background.
yeah,
Where you're from. Let's throw people for a loop a little bit.
Yeah, I think it'll surprise people. I'm actually not from St. Louis, like not even born and raised in this area. I'm a military brat. I don't know. I think maybe we've talked about this before, but was born in Texas. And then my family and I moved to Panama. And we lived there till I think I was 5 or 4. I don't know. And then we moved to South Carolina. We lived there for a decade. And then my parents split up and we ended up in Southern Illinois. So like 30 minutes east of downtown St. Louis. So technically the St. Louis area.
you grew up
Yeah.
there though.
Yeah, so
that
it's-
was like
it's a
your adult
place-
years, like high school.
It was
and
like
stuff?
split
Okay.
between South Carolina and Southern Illinois. So now it's been longer, Southern Illinois, but both had a huge impact on who I am and
Yeah.
everything. But New Baden, have you ever heard of New Baden?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay,
I have
really?
not.
Okay.
Yeah,
No.
Muscuda, New Baden, and like that's out there. Yeah, that's
So-
way out there. But it's like only 30 minutes, but it is like pretty, when you
feels
start
so far.
driving, you're like,
Yes.
okay, this is far.
Yeah, and my family all still lives there, and they actually moved further into the county. So now they're in a place called Germantown. So they're like an hour away from me now. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So
How'd you
go
get
see
to
them.
St. Louis then?
Oh, it's such an interesting journey.
Oh, okay.
how honest and deep do you want to go?
Deep.
But
That's
no,
up to
so,
you. Yeah, whatever you feel
So
like sharing.
With my full-time job, so I do defense contracting for a full-time job, and it's a very intense job. I've been really passionate about it. They recruited me while I was in college and paid for my MBA and put me in this leadership program. And in order to stay in it, I had to like move around every 3 months and learn our entire global organization. So I started traveling a lot and living in different places in the world for like 3 to 6 months at a time. So with that experience, I really grew a lot and changed. And so when I came back to my small town, I had decided like, I can't stay here.
Yeah.
Just nothing like negative, it just wasn't a fit. So I wanted to move somewhere close enough where I got that city life, but I could still go home and see my family. So I ended up in St. Louis.
Okay.
Mhm.
How long have you been here now?
Interestingly enough, like a post that inspired me to move to St. Louis just showed up, and it's been 8 years.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So crazy. So
Wow. What was the post?
the post was me saying how excited I was to go check out Bailey's Range.
Oh.
Bailey's Range is so good.
And then
I love that place.
what's
so
The
weird
burgers,
is-
yes.
I moved across the street from Bailey's Range the next year. Literally 1 year later.
Subconsciously, like you weren't even
There it
thinking
is.
about it. You're like, there was just a nice loft there, apartment.
Yes.
And you were like, I want to move there.
For my first 6 years in St. Louis, I lived downtown on Olive Street.
Oh, okay.
So,
Yeah.
and I didn't stop traveling for work. So it was really weird because I was gone a lot. But
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
So you were downtown. Now you live in like U City, Clayton area.
Yep. I
So
just moved last month to U City.
Oh, wow.
do you think, and this is like off topic on that, but like, do you eat around your house or do you just travel everywhere around?
You go everywhere.
I go everywhere.
Yeah.
Come on now. Have you seen the
For
page?
sure.
She's everywhere.
Yeah.
But like when you're living downtown, you're like, let me try all these spots, and now you're in like UC.
Oh, I have my
Delmar.
regular places. So it's weird. I've lived in a lot. I think I should probably look into this deeper, but I move a lot. So I lived downtown, Dogtown, Clayton, now U City.
Oh, you've hit them all.
Yeah,
almost.
all
Yeah.
within that time frame. Like
Yeah.
that's crazy. But I had my go-tos in each spot. So like downtown was actually like Bridge and Jack Patrick's. Have you guys ever been to Jack Patrick's?
No.
No, I don't think so.
I've
It's
never
still
even
going?
heard of that.
Yeah,
I don't
it's
think.
amazing. So
Yeah.
Okay.
he makes like handmade burgers and hand-cut fries, and everything's really affordable. And you can play shuffleboard, which I was like the queen of that.
Yeah.
That was like my go-to spot. And I would get like a shake from Bailey's Range and then like meet people at Bridge for like happy hour.
Mhm.
If you haven't checked out Bridge, you should check
That
out
is
Bridge.
so
Check that
cool.
out.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
So, and then in Dogtown,
Mhm.
I always went to Nomad Tam,
Mhm.
and I
So
got
good.
cinnamon rolls from Sweetums.
Mm.
They're homemade, and they're so good. I mean,
Yeah.
it's an ice cream spot,
Yeah.
but they also have like breakfast, and I eat
Breakfast
a cinnamon
and
roll like
dessert.
every day. That's the thing. Like, I have a
Is that where
crazy
it
sweet tooth.
started?
I think maybe. I don't
She's
know where
like,
it started.
cinnamon roll. I'll take it with my ice cream. You know,
Yeah.
the whole thing.
Yeah, Nomad's amazing. Their pastrami sandwich is crazy.
It's
so
insane.
good.
Yeah,
It's so good.
They're
And
And they
then-
have one of the best patios.
exactly.
And,
Yeah, and it's laid back. I like that vibe
Chill.
there. Very
Mhm.
chill.
Mhm. And then what about Clayton?
Clayton, I lived on the West Wind and Wydown.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, I was just on Wydown everywhere.
All
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, Bernie's
all the
car
fine
is
spots.
like growing and it's great. Like, it's
Mhm.
amazing.
Yeah.
So, I
Yeah,
do miss
that's
that street. I do drive back just to walk my dog in that area
Yeah.
because it's so nice.
This would
It's
be
only been a
nice to be
month,
here.
but yeah.
This would be nice to be here. Oh, you just moved a month?
Yeah.
Yeah, she said a month
Oh,
ago.
wow.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
right now, all I have on my street is Taco Buddha, which I've been to like 4 times.
Yeah.
Oh.
That place
Yeah.
is
That's a
really
good place to
good.
only. And then you're probably by Winslow's table over there
Yes.
too.
Yeah. I just
Go
learned I could work
there.
there.
Yeah.
Or work there. Walk there.
Yeah.
And work there.
They're
Yeah, work
doing,
there,
they're
yeah.
doing dinner there now.
I know.
I
And,
just ate
oh,
dinner there.
Mhm.
Yeah.
now I'm trying to recreate the dishes at home. I'm like,
Are
oh, that
you?
was such a good salad. Let me put some asparagus and like
Yeah.
Oh, I
sprigs
love
in my
that.
salad. It's not as good, but I'm trying.
That's great. Yeah. I have plans to go for their dinner, but I
Mm.
just haven't figured out the date. Another
Yeah.
thing I need to figure out.
So were you always a foodie, or did you become a foodie when you started traveling for work because you weren't cooking probably?
No, I have literally always been a foodie.
Okay.
So growing up in South Carolina, my dad ran like 4 or 5 Waffle Houses, which if you know anything about Waffle House, it is actually a place where like people in the industry go to, like chefs
the late night
frequent it,
spots.
the late night
Or drunk
spot.
people.
Yeah, exactly. So as a child, I would go with my dad to Waffle House and for the, change out the drawers and learn how to flip eggs and cook.
Mhm.
And every Sunday with my mom, my sisters, we would go. So I spent a lot of time at Waffle House. And then in high school, I was the president of a gourmet club,
That's so
which is
funny.
essentially STL Foodies, but in high school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I ran a club that I would do market research and find like a chef or a hotel that seemed interesting. And I would bring our club to meet the chef and get a tour of the
Wow.
restaurants and a tour of the
Yeah.
hotels. So like
You've been
I've
doing
been
this.
foodie since forever. Yeah. So
Wow.
it's been like something. And I was the president of a journalism club and then morning announcement girl.
Mhm.
So like literally all the things I do for foodies, I've been doing since
Yeah.
I was little.
Yeah.
It's
Been
kind of
built
crazy.
It's
into
just
you.
Yeah.
changed now. It's
Yeah.
just changed because
It's
now it's like
changed.
videos instead of writing, and now
Yes.
it's like other platforms and trying to like do all
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
And that's where like you just evolve with it. But it is awesome to learn about food. I love food movies. I love food shows. I love like fictional food stories. Like
Yeah.
they're just always good.
Oh, they're the best. We like
chefs
love a
are
good
just-
chef movie.
Yeah, chefs
Yeah.
are just awesome, and it's cool that you get to actually go in and like meet them
Yes.
and like talk to them on video, and like you're actually like,
Taking it a step further for sure.
yeah, you're doing more than what's required, because you could just take a picture of the food and be like, come here.
I don't think
you
I've
know?
ever even thought about it that way because I'm just so in love with it.
Yeah.
Like traveling definitely made the love run deeper because when I'm going on assignment for like 3 months to a place,
Mhm.
the easiest way to make friends and acquaintances or to learn about the culture, like I lived in the Middle East, I lived in Bahrain and it's totally different. And if you really want to learn about people, you should submerge yourself in their culture. And one of those ways is trying their food. And I just feel like it's incredible. I would sound like such a big nerd if I tell you how much I really love food and the people who make it. But I think of it as like art and it's vulnerable, right? So like if you're inviting people into your home and you're cooking for them, you're showing them who you are. And I think it's so incredible that we have such an amazing scene in St. Louis that you actually get to do that and the people care. And that's my favorite part is like meeting the people behind the dishes and the restaurants because they're incredible. And I love how much our community, especially like you guys, support small businesses. Like I also come from a family of like entrepreneurs. Like I am the middle child. I have 4 sisters and a brother.
Wow.
And my older sister, she's an entrepreneur. She's had a salon like my whole life. And like everyone's really driven in my family. And so it's close to my heart to see like small businesses being supported like this. Yeah. So it all kind of blends together for me.
It does. It's totally full circle of like what you love, what you're seeing, and like actually, again, engaging in that audience and that realm, that community. Yeah.
So
I love it.
I love that. That was like an amazing, just like little clip that we can clip.
Okay.
Yeah, that was really good.
Nope.
That was really
I went on a tangent. I'm sorry.
No, we'll just sit.
It's really how I feel.
It was passionate. And it's, again, like you're very authentic. And like even what like Luke was saying of like going to meet the chef, I think that's what is setting you apart from everyone else. And I mean,
I like think of them like rock stars. Like I geek out over it. Like,
but they think you're a rock star. Though.
I don't think so.
I
don't think they think anything of me. I think they're probably like, oh, you're
like, who is this? They're like, wait, you have an Instagram page? You're like, okay,
like, okay, whatever.
I have to like actually like do stuff on camera.
Yeah,
with you.
I do feel like sometimes I try to like mind the boundaries, right? Because it's been like an influx of like people joining this realm with us, and I try to be respectful of like, let's not overwhelm them with this and do too much.
And when you say do you mean the chef? Do you mean other? Yep. Like I'm thinking customers too.
I'm thinking like, oh my poor dog.
Because we've been to the same events, right?
Yes,
and then you see and then you start seeing all the other same people. And like,
well, that's a whole interesting separate conversation. Yeah. But that's been difficult for me too, right? Like, so STL Foodies was born in a really unique way. Did you know that?
I want to know how long.
So as much as like STL Foodies has been like something that I subconsciously guess was even when I was in high school, I didn't do this intentionally to try to become an influencer or anything like that. It's really just born out of like my love for photography. I'm going to toot my own horn. I think I do take beautiful photos of food. Like, and that's where it actually all started from an ex. My ex-boyfriend was like, you make our food look better than it actually was, like in front of us, and you should be posting this somewhere. And I was like, no, I don't think so. Like I was embarrassed, you know,
to post your food.
Yeah,
you're like, that's weird. I don't want to like post my. Now it's like normal if you don't post.
Exactly.
Your food.
Like, and this was 2016, so it was like when people really started taking pictures of food, and I was embarrassed. So he started STL Foodies. I didn't even start the page. He started it.
Shout out to the ex.
Yeah. Thank you.
A little bit.
Really, yeah.
Really appreciate you, bro. He's probably listening.
Literally.
He might be listening.
He might be listening. Yeah. Who knows? But I do appreciate that. Thank you. But so I started posting, but like secretly. Like I didn't tell any of my people that I was doing it because, again, I was embarrassed. And then I had a dinner party and I made Chrissy Teigen's mac and cheese and John Legend's wings. And I posted pictures and they both shared my pictures on their Instagram story.
Really?
Wow.
And that is how STL Foodies was born. It wasn't even like St. Louis
like,
people.
Okay, this is real.
That's
crazy.
It's so weird, right?
Because
you know, like you can have one thing go like viral and then all of a sudden like people are like, what is this?
And
that's how it started.
Damn.
Yeah.
And the tag was always STL Foodies because that was back in 2016 when like good stuff was still available.
Yeah. And I like didn't really utilize it much until like 2018. And that's actually like when I showed my face. And that's an interesting story too. And that wasn't something I ever wanted to do. I never wanted to be like
it's hard to
STL Foodies. Yeah. But I struggle with anxiety. So like social media a lot of times is very difficult for me. So I kept my face off of it to like, you know, just kind of leave that boundary.
I feel that.
Yeah. In place. But I was invited to a dinner and I like went to the dinner and in the meantime I had an anxiety attack and I deleted Instagram off my phone. And so when I showed up, they didn't know that it was me. And they were like, well, let me see. And I couldn't because I like
deleted it.
Yeah, deleted it. Didn't remember my password. So then I was like, all right, I need to put my face out there. So I had my friend Joan Fisher take some pictures of me and I like like announced myself in 2018. So
I
people
mean,
were like,
the face
what?
behind
Yeah,
Foodies.
I didn't
We
know
did
it was
that.
you.
I think we had that similar story. Like we didn't post ourselves for a long time, and I didn't even tell anybody. Like with the STL bucket list, I think we had like 8,000 or 9,000 followers, and like
It
we never
was a
really
long
like posted
time.
anything about
Yeah.
it because it is kind of like embarrassing. You're like, oh, you have this like fan
I
page.
know.
We were like 23-year-old like
Yeah.
adults, like trying to adult, like. But we did it in the same way of like I think it was like February 2019 is when we started the page, but it was more or less just to document the things that we were doing because we did so much cool stuff, and we'd have a group chat with our parents and like our friends,
What was
and we would
the-
text pictures in the group chat,
That's
like of
so
all the places
cool.
we would
Yeah.
go. Like just like you would send friends pictures
Yeah.
to your friends and stuff, but like we're like, oh, we do all the because we were like experiencing all these things because we moved from St. Charles to South City when we were 23. How old were we? 22?
I don't remember.
23.
27.
So you guys live in South
We live in
City right now?
South City still. Yeah.
for
and
6 years in August.
That's
yeah,
awesome.
and we've
I
been
love
together for we've been together
7 years in
almost.
December.
Yeah, 7 years. So
Have you guys been to, what is it? I always mispronounce it. Trattoria Marsala.
that is a little bit way. That's more south. We live right on by Brussels on Macklin.
So you haven't
we're-
gone yet?
No, is it fire?
I think
Okay.
we're going to fight.
Yeah,
You have
is
to
it
go.
fire?
Add it to the list.
Yeah. Probably my favorite Italian food in St. Louis. And their toasted ravioli are like the best I've ever had.
Okay.
The amount of
I mean,
effort-
we can go there tonight.
Yeah.
Shit.
the amount get the
Oh, it's
rigatoni.
Trattoria. It's Trattoria, like on our way to Aldi. If we go to Aldi.
Yeah, I'm saying it
to,
probably
like,
incorrectly. I'm
yeah.
mispronouncing. the
Trattoria.
first-
Sounds
I don't know
so
how to say it
familiar.
either.
But go.
Okay.
Get the rigatoni.
Okay. Ooh, yeah. Okay.
Not rigatoni.
It's
What
right
am I
by
thinking?
on our way
Is
to
that
Onesto's. It's all right.
Rigatoni
Look
is
at,
the thing.
look at my page.
I know you're. I
Look
know
at your page.
all
I don't
the
remember
things
what it's
you're
called.
saying. I know exactly.
No, I know
what
exactly
you're
what place you're talking
Okay.
about. We drive by it all the
Oh, you
time.
guys have to go.
Yeah, we drive by it on the way to Aldi's. It's right on Kings Highway.
And
and
Nathan
Aldi's,
Hatch is
on
the
way to Aldi.
chef, and he's probably one of the nicest people in the world.
Yeah.
And they had all their everything's old school. They still do things correctly. Actually,
Mm.
Mike Frisk, O&O Pasta,
Yeah.
and he trained under him
Okay.
at
Okay.
that restaurant.
And then started his own. Okay.
I
Yeah.
could go. I am such a nerd. I
You know-
literally geek
Yeah.
out over this.
So, okay. So let's go back to even just putting your face out there
Oh, yeah.
and like how that, because we're on time. So,
Okay, good.
what that was like for you in terms of just like starting to probably get noticed a little bit and how that changed the trajectory of where you were going.
I don't think I've ever answered. I've never thought about that. That's a question no one's ever asked me.
Okay.
But it definitely has changed things. There's been a lot of shifts and change in this industry. I don't know how to answer that, but I can
Yeah,
give you
that's
something
okay.
off of that.
Mhm.
I think the biggest thing for me with Foodies is trying to keep it authentically me. And even though people recognize me now, so like, interestingly enough, like I still don't really tell restaurants I'm coming. And if I do, it's like out of courtesy because I'm going to be walking around looking like a total spaz.
With your
So,
camera and
yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
But I try to be more incognito. But I literally just only talk about places that I truly loved.
Mhm.
And I don't try to say yes to a lot of things just to do PR for people. Like,
Mhm.
I want to keep it authentic. Otherwise, why would people trust me?
Right.
Like, and I truly have a love for food and great taste. So I don't want to tarnish that by,
Getting a
Yes.
letting
couple.
any of that stuff
yes,
affect
yes.
what I
Over
really
here.
put out there. Yes.
Mhm.
So that's been a tricky thing because sometimes I feel like a weirdo who like is an outcast in the foodie world because I don't do those kind of things. And I think also like with my anxieties, I don't engage a lot with other, like you guys probably even notice, but I can't because if I start looking at what everyone else is doing,
Mhm.
I'm going to get in my head and think like, I'm not doing enough
Right.
or I'm doing this incorrectly or this is on trend and I should be doing this.
Mhm.
So I literally physically can't, for
Mhm.
my mental health, look at everyone else's social media.
Yeah.
I send you all the love,
Yeah.
like in the world. But if I do that, then I'm going to stop being authentic or I'm just going to stop being Foodies. That's
Mhm.
something that has crossed my mind.
These things you're saying about like, I don't know, maybe I'm an outcast, I'm a weirdo. That's why we respect you so much.
Really?
Because, yes, I'm
Because
serious.
sometimes I feel like it's really hard.
She's not doing the same thing. Like it's unique. It's her own. And that is just, it's fresh. It's like such a fresh
Well, and that's why your
thing
stuff
to
does
see.
so well. And I think that we've been trying to do that more and more lately of like, of course, yeah, we want to go when somebody invites us and get free food. Like it's a date night for us.
Well,
it's
now
amazing.
it
but
depends
now
what
it's
it is,
different.
but now we'll like
Good.
say like give it to the intern and like
Yeah.
we'll it's like I'd rather not.
Well, we
do
have people
that,
on our
that.
team now, and that's another thing I try to tell to these people that ask us to come out is like, we do have like 3 people that work for us
That's
or 4.
hey, congratulations. That's so
Busy.
cool.
But
It's gotten busy.
like if we like have to like, hey, you go out here, but then like we're paying you to go out there, but then we're getting is a free food for you, and then it's a video. So now it's like we do stuff separately with businesses where like they will just come out separate, do like a full shoot when they're closed, and like we're trying to get into the more stuff that you're doing of like, let's actually like provide value to the business, let them keep this video, let them have this. And then it's a value exchange too. Yeah, it's like a value exchange. And if they do pay, they do pay. And if not, it's a story. Like we're journalists. You know, we're like a new media, we're journalists. We're not journalists. We're not journalists. I'm not. She's a writer, but I am not. But like posting a caption with 2 paragraphs is like a story. It's like a blog. It gets more views than most blogs.
You're reporting on it and people are, you have a huge following, so it is.
Yeah.
So what's interesting, because I've been trying to figure out ways to turn this, because if I could do Foodies full time, I would do it. If this could turn into like partnership with somebody else and I do creation, because I do think like I love taking photos. The videos has been hard for me to transition into. Yeah. Like I did a vlog back in like the very beginning of pandemic. I did it with Joyous Deli. I did like one of the first vlogs.
I think I saw that.
Yeah, and it was uncomfortable for me and I probably should try it again, but I just pictures. Everything in my mind looks like a picture. Like you guys right now, like I would love to take your picture. Like this is aesthetic as hell. Like, you know, like, like this is just who I am. So I hope that like what I do with Foodies one day leads me to like what I'm meant to be doing for real.
I think it will.
I hope so. Like that's the end goal.
Do you think you would be like a food writer or like you would do that?
I love it, but I don't know what I'm good at yet. Like I like talking to people. I like the connection part. I like the food and what it means.
You need to have like a Netflix show or something.
Yeah.
I mean, people,
I don't think people would watch it. Like, I don't know if they would care.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I love the food shows.
We watch food shows all the time. That one guy, Damon, that came to St. Louis, that it was Fresh and Crispy, and they like did like they like featured Milo's. And,
oh, cool.
And they featured,
you should watch it. And it's like
Grace
what the first episode is
St.
Louis. Yeah. And so
he's not from here, but like he walked around and tried all this food, and then he would tell people what the best was. But yeah, I think that you could do like something like a series of like videos or like even like with like one of the news channels or something where it's like you just like did a segment, but I don't know if that would be full time.
Well, like I do the KMOV stuff.
I was about to ask, do you like doing that?
I like doing it for sure. It's interesting because it's 100% live and there's no script for me. So like I read what I'm saying and then 30 minutes later I'm on TV and I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah. Like, I don't know. I like that better, but this is the kind of like interviewing, talking to people. Yeah. That's way more fun for me.
Start a podcast.
Yeah, right. I don't know if people would care what I have to say.
Or come on and do a segment with us. We'll do a segment with Ashley.
Yeah, you could just do
once a special episode.
Once a month, we'll just take a break and then you host the food show and you talk to chefs.
Takeover. Hey, that would be fun.
Okay, ideas.
It is interesting. Like, I don't know if you've ever looked at my website, but I started a food membership. And that was cool. But I had the biggest imposter syndrome after I launched it. So like I stopped talking about it and I worked my ass off on that for 2 years. And
I did see it. It was impressive. I had the map and the interactive map.
I want people to have a tool.
Is it still going?
We didn't even go into that. Yes. But like Foodies and all the guides and all the stuff is because I truly want people to have the tools to get the best out of our city. Like we're spread out. It's neighborhoods. So like if you have something that you know, you can use to figure out where to go, I want to provide that. Right. You know, that's the goal for the website and for Foodies.
So you dropped it and you were just like, were you like, I don't want to push this. I don't want to market myself. Like,
oh, I mean, I just, like I said, I have anxiety. I keep harping on that, but it's reality. Yeah. And I had just like a panic attack thinking like, who do you think you are?
Like, who's going to pay me?
Yeah. Who's going to pay me? Like, what are you doing? Yeah. So, but it's really an awesome thing. So it's like 30 restaurants with, secret menu items. Like I made my own sandwich at Blue City Deli and I like created things with chefs and then like deals, like 25% off seasonal things at Caldi's and buy one, get one at places. And it was a labor of love for sure. Yeah. And then I also have like pre-planned date nights and group dinners and stuff like that. Wow. Like it's like.
You do those like events and things.
Oh yeah. I also do that.
And then events.
I forgot I do that.
You did the one thing with like, what was it?
Nikki Slices. Yeah. So I did movie night in the fall.
You put us onto him. After I saw your stuff, we ordered a pizza from him. He reached out and I went and met him.
We talked to you about that after the wing ding.
Good.
We went and
got some that time.
So the events are the new like avenue for me. So basically everything I do, like typically live my life doing, I'm trying to put into events. Like, okay, ice cream for bears. He started his company right out of college and it's all natural ingredients. So you don't feel like shit after eating a pint of ice cream and it's only sweetened with honey. Yeah. I literally like love that. So I'm like, how can I highlight that besides just posting on Foodies? So I brought together like Nikki Slices, which you can't get unless you order online on Mondays. And Sippy was new and it's beautiful.
It is.
And in a cool neighborhood. So I was like, all right, we'll just bring it all together and do an event. So people who haven't tried all of these places can come for one night and try it.
Yeah.
So I tried it and it worked. I mean, it sold out.
It's really fun.
Yeah.
I had FOMO.
And then you
about
have
that
fun
one.
though too.
Oh my
though,
God, it's so
because it's
fun.
like, oh, I can sit here and get your friends probably come out.
Yeah.
Entertain and talk and do what you love to do.
But you're right though, like events you can like, but I wanted to I know you were talking, but I wanted to ask you about like the events. They're hard to plan. They take a lot of time and energy. You have this full-time job that's really demanding.
Yeah.
We also have like my company, and then she has her full-time job. So all the STL bucket list stuff is just extra. Like people think that we're just like out here balling out.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, no, we're not.
Same.
We're not. Like, yes, we've made money before on it, but it's like, this is not
just starting
sustainable.
to.
Yeah, just starting to. So I wanted to ask about that. Like when the first time you got paid to do a post, like how much did you get? And how did you feel?
Good. That's a great question.
How did you feel?
I think I got like a measly $250. But it felt like amazing. Like it felt like, holy shit, I've made it. Like people value what I'm putting out there, which is ridiculous because I shouldn't feel validated from that. But it did feel validating.
It's real though.
Yeah, it's
real.
real.
It's real. I think somebody paid me $50 to put a story up. And I was like, oh my gosh. I like sent a screenshot to Marissa. Like we just got $50. I was at work making like $15 an hour at that time. And I was like, I just made $50 for putting a story up.
But I can tell you what the difference is. When you're doing something you love and you're passionate about it and then you can monetize it, it means everything.
Yeah.
And honestly, like I've been thinking about this a lot, like the balance between staying authentic but then also being paid for the work we're doing.
Yeah.
Like STL Foodies does pull eyes. Like it really does. Like the numbers can back it up. And if there is like a PR company now coming to me saying like, can you do this for this restaurant? I think it's only fair to monetize it because I'm doing work, because content creation is effort.
Yeah.
And time and it is actually like and money for you too. Like you are spending money and it's just a lot. It's a labor of love, but it's still a labor.
Yeah.
So that's been something that I've been really authentic with myself about. Like I've said no more times than people can imagine.
Yeah.
And it's not out of disrespect, but it's out of self-respect because it is work and I do a good job at it. So
and then if you say yes to one and then it's the next one, and then that's kind of the cycle that we got into of like me personally, like I always like people DM me and I read it and I'm like, oh crap, I wish I wouldn't have read it so quick because then now I have to respond. But then I'm like, and then we try to send them our kit and then we're like, hey, this is what we can do. But then it's like, there's also those people that are like, we really can't do that. So then we try to find a unique way to feature them and stuff like that. But if you want to share, we have a few minutes left. I know you got to check on your doggy. But,
I'm sorry.
No, you're good. If you want to share your STL bucket list with us, it is the STL bucket list show. I know I messaged you about it because you asked me. You're like, what should I prepare for? And I was like, here's one question.
Okay.
How do you ask STL Foodies?
So let's do it this way. Let's do it this way.
What about like my favorite Saturday? Like
let's do that. Yeah, let's do your favorite day in St. Louis. So like starting from waking up on a Saturday, the weather's like today. It's 80 degrees.
Beautiful
it's nice.
day, patio.
Okay. All right.
Tell us your whole day.
Season.
Or do you want one where like me, STL Foodies, or like me with friends?
You
do both if you want.
Okay,
whatever
sure.
you feel
because you have your solo days. That you do. Okay.
Which I love my selfish solo days.
Of course we do.
Yeah. So like my favorite Saturday is a solo Saturday. It's always the same, but it's so good. And I like would promote it to anyone. Hopefully I don't start running into a ton of people, but okay. So I wake up, I get up super early, and me and my dog Piper, we go to the Tower Grove Farmers Market. And I honestly am obsessed with it. It's where I do all my grocery shopping. It's amazing. And you get to meet the people, like the farmers
that are growing it.
Do everything, and you can talk to them about it, and you know where it's coming from, and it's local. And I spend a lot of time doing that. It's so fun. It brings me nothing but joy. So I go there, and then I will go to, if I'm in the mood for like something healthy, Fiddlehead Fern. Like I typically end up on their patio. It's dog friendly, and I love their salad and their juice. And then I stop at AO & Co. and get a delicious sweet, my dessert for breakfast, latte.
Yes.
And they actually are dog friendly too. And they give Piper a pup cup every time. And it's like the sweetest thing.
Cute.
And then I get my bread from Union Loafers.
Oh my gosh. You're just all in the same. You're just doing a
this
trip.
Is like literally like my
I'm writing this down because I'm going to sell this. I'm going to actually sell this.
I don't want people to know. Yeah. So
I'm gonna be like, new guy.
That's
and
why
you're gonna see it. And you're like, what the fuck?
Sippy is so good too. Is they have the Union Loafers bread that I'm obsessed
Yes,
with.
Union Loafers is like amazing.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, like, I
So
crave
good.
it on it daily.
So my friend gave me, actually I got it from Need. I got a sourdough starter and I tried to like do it and I just lost my patience. I was like,
Let
I
the
can't
pros do it.
this.
Like some stuff like that, I'm like, we're
Just
like,
pay the money.
yeah, we're just let the pros do
Yeah,
it.
exactly. So then after I go to Union Loafers, then I like take Piper either like we have to bring the groceries back and then I will go meet friends. Like typically it'll be like a Tam Ave. Like honestly, that's actually where we end up every time
Yeah.
is Tam Ave after that. And then I just go where the day takes me after that. But
So what about dinner?
dinner is interesting. Like on a Saturday
Are you a
night.
solo dinner person?
No, I will take myself. I typically don't, but I have no problem doing it. Like I love it.
Yeah,
I
I
think
like
it's
it.
important. Like
Yeah.
I think like once in a while people need to take themselves out and sitting at the bar.
Yeah.
Hey, STL foodie tip: if you want to live like a foodie, sit at the bar and talk to your everybody.
Yeah.
Talk to everyone in the restaurant.
Right.
You will, get the feel like
Of what's going
a
on.
foodie and
True.
what's going on. Yeah, and get
true.
to know people. I think that's really cool experience if you're going to go out by yourself. But no, for dinner, I don't know. Where have I been going lately? This past Saturday, I had a late dinner. I stopped at Brennan's because it was like really nice, and we had like a friend barbecue, and then we went to Brennan's, and then I ended up at Sado. I don't know.
I was about to ask if you
Yeah.
got
Oh, I'm
It's
obsessed.
so
Sado?
good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I always say
We saw her there.
Oh, yeah, the
there.
opening
we were
night.
there. Yeah, we were
yeah.
there.
Right.
So-
We
We're like, hell, I said
Yeah.
yes to that one.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go there.
Yeah.
So good.
So I ended up eating a late night dinner at like 10 o'clock. I like messaged.
So you went to
Nick that I was
Brennan's for
tired.
drinks and then went
Then,
to
yeah.
Sado.
So
Oh,
that's like
wow.
a
That's
regular
nice night.
Saturday for me. It's so much crammed into one day. But because I love it all so much, it doesn't feel
Yeah,
like a
it's
crammed in day.
joyful. Mhm.
So how much do you think you spend on dinners a month?
Oh, I don't want to know.
You don't even wanna
No one
know.
needs to know that. I
No
don't
one's
know.
checking
Your
the
parents are
thing.
listening. They're like,
What?
Ashley.
Yeah. No,
I'm saying
don't
a lot.
know.
I'm just
It's a
thinking a
lot,
lot.
yeah,
Because
yeah.
you're not getting free dinners. And
No,
food
like every
everywhere.
time.
Like
No.
you might occasionally, but
Yeah.
like people think we get free food everywhere. Like no,
Yeah,
we
no.
buy a lot of our dinners and
Yeah.
we tip really well too. So
Exactly.
it's like, and even if it is like a free dinner, we tip really really well because
Yep.
then the server gets taken care of.
To
So,
accommodate.
Yep.
but yeah, I don't want to know either. I think I looked at our statement last month. It was a lot, but it was fine. It's fine.
Yeah, I turned
Live
a
life.
blind eye to that.
YOLO.
Exactly.
You know,
Yeah.
it's business expenses,
It's
right?
business. Yeah.
Right.
That's true. I have a new accountant in Ed. Shout out Ed.
Shout out.
He's
Ed.
actually
go,
like
Ed.
the president of UCP Heartland. It's
Oh,
like
really?
Real big board.
Yeah,
Which
that's
is crazy
awesome.
that I didn't put it together until I was sitting in his office, and I'm like,
Wait
what
a
the
minute.
heck?
He was
Yeah.
probably at the Wingdings. and
He
stuff.
was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, what's your favorite like new restaurant that has come about? Like some place that's because we've had a couple new
New?
spots. No,
Well, yeah, but I think it's next place. Like I just keep going back.
Yeah.
It's just too good.
Yeah.
And I think I really missed really good. Not that there isn't great sushi in St. Louis, but I've been going there a lot.
yeah,
Yeah. So it's still new enough, right? To say
it
that.
is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
It
yeah,
is
it's way
absolutely.
And Bagel Union is really
I
good.
haven't gotten to try it yet.
Yeah.
What?
I think I'm scared. It's like they keep saying that the line is like wrapped around the
Well, I've been to
building.
Delhi. I've been to
So I'm
Delhi.
like,
I've been to Delhi Divine. with
I haven't
Ben.
been there yet.
That's
Yeah.
in your neighborhood.
Okay,
That's
is
on
it- what?
Delmar.
yeah,
It's on Delmar.
go
I didn't
there.
realize that.
It's on Delmar.
It just opened last.
In the. It's in the.
Are you helping him with it?
yeah. Yeah. We work with him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we work with
Yeah.
AO and Co and all them. So
Oh,
yeah,
right. Okay,
yeah.
well,
So I'm always
awesome.
up at AO and Co on
Yeah.
like usually during the week. But yeah, Ben and them over at Delhi Divine is insane.
Okay,
like,
I'll
it's,
add it to my list.
It's a market just like
You
AO and
should have
Co.
invited me to the.
There wasn't
whatever.
any.
Oh.
Yeah, there wasn't anything. He doesn't
But
do that.
I'll
He's like, I
go.
don't do that stuff. He's
I
like,
get it. He
they're gonna
doesn't
come.
need to.
Yeah, they're gonna come.
Okay.
Self-
What, are they open like every day?
Yeah, they're open every day but Saturday because it's a Jewish deli. so they're
wow.
closed.
So it's like really.
it's
I
all.
know. I had the same
Authentic.
reaction. I'm like,
That's like when I would
And
want to
it
go.
was like Saturday. It's like Chick-fil-A. Like when
Yeah.
you want
Oh my
you want
gosh.
it,
You
it's
can't
like
have
Sunday.
it. Yeah.
It's always been.
Well, I'm
it's
off
always
work
Sunday.
every other Friday.
Yeah, go there
So,
Friday morning.
yeah.
But they
Yeah.
do lunch and then they have a market open till 6 in the back, which is just like AO and Co.
Okay.
They have a
So
big
cute.
market, and it's
Okay.
in the Delmar Divine, like the big, like it used to be like St. Louis.
Wait, I'm
Hospital.
excited
So yeah, go
because
there.
I like always went to what's it called next to me on White Down Pretzels.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, it's like just
Big
like
fan.
that type of
Okay,
food.
cool.
Yeah, it's good.
All right, yeah.
It's good stuff.
yeah.
Right.
So yeah, thank you for coming on the show. Do you have
Yeah,
anything
you
else?
did so good.
Yeah,
No,
thanks.
I don't.
I blacked out, so hopefully I said good things.
Oh, no, this was an amazing
I know.
episode.
You forget. That's how I am every
I know.
episode. I'm like, what did I even say?
Okay.
Yeah, this was an incredible episode.
beat
No,
myself
I am
up.
going to make your solo list into a post, but then everybody's
Okay.
going to know what you do and they're going to follow you around. But no, I might. I'll let you know.
If I can give you anything better, I'm
But
sorry. I feel like I lacked on that.
Let's do a new bucket. Like this episode comes out in a week. Well, everybody knows. Everybody listening, it comes out now. But let's do a new bucket list that we can post with the episode.
Okay.
So then we'll have like the photo of you, and then like new podcast, and then we'll have your new bucket list.
like
It's
a
just like your
post.
top
Okay.
5. It's like here's my top 5.
So I always find that difficult.
So
That is such a
we
hard
can
question.
theme it.
Do you
though.
realize that's difficult?
No, but we
It
can
is
theme
so
it.
hard.
We can
Okay.
theme it like, hey, what's my here?
can do
Like
like
we can do
Saturday.
Ashley's Saturday, but then everybody's like
Yeah.
following you around on Saturdays.
That's okay,
like,
but I
Ashley.
like it because it's way more authentic and it's easier for me to give you a straight answer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, because I don't want to fluff it and be like, ooh, this restaurant, you know.
Right.
Oh
Or
my God, cut that out.
Yes.
Just cut the whole. No,
Just cut the whole thing.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and skip this week, bro.
Yeah, she's out. She sucked.
All right. Well, we'll see you guys next week. Thank you for tuning in to the STL Bucket List Show. Shout out Matt in the back on the ones and twos, cutting up a perfect episode for Spotify, Apple, YouTube, everywhere we put it. Four Hands keeping us very hydrated. Shout out to Kevin and Liz and the team over there at Four Hands and 1220. And then, of course, our sponsors over at Regional Arts Commission of St. Louis. And our new ones, Mattress Direct. So we'll see you guys next Wednesday.
Today they rep St. Louis, yeah. They rep St. Louis. They rep St. Louis.